gonna say half of blue I never spoke to. A couple on green I didn't speak to.
I don't think I ever talked to green.
No, it was definitely blue for me. I think there were 2 girls on blue that I didn't talk to.
That's what we talked about in the beginning, is like kind of what Sarah said last game, like it should be somebody who has worked hard to be here. So as much as like me personally didn't want Kendall to go, game me knew that that was probably the best thing to happen.
Welcome to the Final 3 challenge. That sounds really weird because for 2 months now we've been going at this game. You guys have been going at this game, and I don't know if y'all remembered, but there's 3 of you and we started with 17 people. So I just personally think that's really cool. But today we decide the final 2 to go and potentially win the show. So, first things first, I'll take that cactus back. Thank you, Olivia.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you, Olivia.
You're welcome.
All right. Science challenge is kind of complicated. I'm going to go over it and we'll go over another in-depth version at the end. So, today we are at West Campus. There are 7 floors in West Campus. There are 6 that you have to worry about tonight. Every other floor, starting with the 2nd and going to the 7th, has either bandanas or a puzzle that you have to find or solve. It starts out with the bandanas and then it goes to puzzles and alternates from there. With the bandanas, all you have to do is find them. They are hidden around objects, not in them. They can be like, when I say in, they can be smushed between like 2 chairs or something, but they're on the outside of objects. You don't have to like go like ripping up stuff, if that makes sense. They're taped to the outside of objects. With the puzzles, once you find the bandanas on your level, only then you can advance to the next level to solve your puzzle, and that is the case with all of these things. You can only advance to the next level once you've solved the floor you're on. I'm going to say this, and I'll say it again later. For this first floor of bandanas, there's 1 you have to find. For the next floor of bandanas you have to find, which is 2 above that, there's 2 bandanas you have to find. And then for the last floor of bandanas, there's only 1. So it's 1, 2, 1. Keep that in mind. For these puzzles and bandanas, they are not in a designated area. In West Campus, it looks like a big U, correct? And in the middle is the middle station, and then there's 2 smaller stations on the long ends of the U, per se. All of these things can be hidden in any 5 of these locations. So it's going to take some time until you find either your puzzle or your bandanas. And then, once you reach the top, floor 7, solve that final puzzle, you win immunity. In addition, I would just like to point out that this is UTC Survivor, not Survivor. And with that being said, unfortunately, there is another twist tonight. The first 2 people that finish get the final 2. The last one to finish is eliminated from this game. So everything rides on this challenge. Don't finish last.
My goodness.
Alright? Here's your final 3 challenge. There's no time limit. First 2 to finish win the final 2. The last person to finish is eliminated from this game without a vote counted towards them. Alright? Go!
Well, the haymaker died.
Here.
If they're all in the same spot, then I must just be really dumb. Oh my god. I should have followed Olivia. Wait. Shit. Uh-oh. Oh. Wait. Wait. That's Olivia's.
So the first bandana I had to find, I found Olivia's like pretty quickly, and then I thought it was mine because it was dark, and I ripped it off and I looked down and it's green, and I forget I malfunctioned for a second. I don't know what color I'm on, and so I turned again, so I'm like I don't know, and I'm like, oh shit, this is Olivia's, and so I tried to smack it back up on the stool, and it didn't stay. So I was like, I'm not gonna hide it. That's just bad sportsmanship. So I just drop it.
You know how to turn our lights on? Oh, man. This tape. Remington. I'm so bad at puzzles.
This is really frustrating. I don't want to hide her. She wanted. That's better.
Final challenge?
I'm sorry, yes. Yes.
Let's go this way. Two red bandanas. Blue bandana. But that is not a red bandana. This is though. They're not together, are they? Of course not. That'd be too easy, right?
Oh, what the heck? Was that there this whole time? It was not. I think it fell.
The very first floor, I could not find my bandana, and I was getting so aggravated. Harley thought someone stole it too, and I was like, where the heck is it? So it was in the first room I looked. So I go back into the room, and it's like on the floor under a stool. And Sarah just told me that she's the one who found it, ripped it off because she thought it was blue.
They make mine super far away. gosh. Come on. Thanks, Lane. How the freak do you spell channel? I'm missing an L. That was her.
You're good.
Sorry, Sarah.
Jeez. I thought they were using tape.
Okay, there's one. It'd be nice if they were both in here.
Puzzle. It's so dark. That took forever. There's the end thing. Survivor. Survive. And survive. Who said I wasn't good at puzzles, dude? Survive and advance.
Perfect.
Oh. Good luck with that.
Hey. Yes. That is correct. Oh, well, no. 3. Sorry. Yeah, she found the first.
They're just on surfaces.
I know, but I've been in every room.
I saw it. It's on the floor. I just made sure it wasn't taken.
Oh my god.
Here. I can't give you a hand. It's the final 3, but it's not stolen.
Are you just in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bruh. Oh, there's a Remy, I'm coming for you.
Red menu. Come on, give me an easy red menu. Lane, first reach 6th floor. I know the 6th floor look like this. Olivia was right.
Okay. Now, this is perfect. Okay. Oh.
Oh my gosh. Hey, first one to reach the top floor.
Is this the two that I'm about to rip off of the poker piece with this tape? I think throughout the entire thing, like the biggest challenge that I was fighting was just to like calm down myself. When I do kind of get worked up, it's really easy for me to overlook things. And so I really had to like calm down when I was in each of the rooms. I was trying to go fast because of time, but I also needed to just kind of go slow in my mind so I could make sure that I was seeing things. The last thing I wanted to do was have to backtrack because I knew that would make me doubt myself and freak out. So on the puzzles, you know, I did have to slow down and really think about words, try to see the whole picture, but also find little pieces, and that worked. The only time that I really got tripped up was on that last floor. I was freaking out. I knew it was the last floor. I hadn't seen anybody else, but I knew that they couldn't be that far behind. And so it was so close that I could feel my heart pounding. I was really excited. And I think that's where I kind of like got a little lazy and sloppy and missed that last one. Final 2. What letter is this?
U.
Finale? Is that an A?
You could probably take an arm break, Kendall, if he's
Oh my gosh. You made final 2.
Lane!
That's crazy. That didn't suck.
That was better. Definitely not really. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, yay. Here we go.
Oh, yay! Alright. Last one.
already finished
Oh.
making this puzzle. You were also
You
Olivia. Today's final two are
Because I found every single person's before mine.
Call. I found all of yours before I found mine. It took me forever to find that last one.
Oh, game's over. Do you want us to walk up? Okay. Two.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was gonna happen.
Obviously, it sucks that I didn't win, but I'm glad that Olivia and Lane are at the end. Definitely. Because they didn't genuinely play the game. And I like them as people too, so it's fun. If there's someone I didn't like winning, obviously I'm going to be upset, but they both played good games, and they're both like genuinely good people, and I'm excited to see who wins. I don't even know who I'm voting for at this point.
So frustrated on the first floor. I could not find my
First floor.
Yeah, I was like, I cannot find my bandana.
I like breezed until the 6th floor.
Really?
I was on the 6th floor and it had to be at least 10 minutes for Carter. And so just to like know that I finished and I earned that seat in the final, but I was also the first one to do it, was huge. Like that was perfect.
You guys are welcome, because now you don't have to watch an episode with me not in it. So you have to watch all of them. Thanks for watching. And hopefully I win. Hopefully I do. Oh, he's answering. What's up, brother?
Hey, hang on here.
What are you
Can
doing?
you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, am I looking at the winner?
Well, I'm in the middle of an interview right now. They told me to call you. But I made it to the final two. I'll be sitting at the final tribal council tonight.
You are?
Yeah.
Very cool. That's exciting.
I know. I'm
for
excited.
you.
Thank you. But I'll call you after and let you know if I'm $250 richer or not.
Okay, sweetie. That's it.
Now to bring in the members of our jury, we got Vernon, Anna, Kat, and recently voted out Kendall. All right, for the members of our jury, just to update you guys on the final 3 challenge we just did. We arrived to the set. We did a challenge in West to where they had the complete levels on each floor of West Campus, each alternating between finding bandanas hidden in furniture and solving a puzzle. Once they reached the top and finished that final puzzle, you win immunity. There was a catch tonight. There was no tribal council tonight. This is in fact the final vote for the reason of the first 2 to finish the challenge go to the final 2. The last person to finish is eliminated. So at this time, Sarah, you're eliminated from this game.
It was a lot of fun. I wanted to play and I wanted to compete against people who actually played, so I'm really glad that these 2 have the final seats. And I don't know who I'm voting for tonight, so you better sell me on your case.
Thank you, Sarah. All right, at this time, we're gonna get a moment to regroup, get settled, get any questions that you want to ask these 2. You don't have to ask both of them a question. You can ask one of them a question, and you can ask up to 2 each. So without further ado, let's get regrouped, and then we will have our final vote. This is the final 2 votes. Before we get started, I would just like to say we have these 5 jury members. What's going to happen is y'all are going to come up here, ask any questions you like, but before we do that, Lane and Olivia are both going to give their opening statements on to why they think they should win the game. Lane, you're first.
Okay. Well, super excited to be here. I would say my UTC experience has been extremely unique. Since coming here in 2017 as a freshman, I've gotten to do some really cool things. Some of these I haven't shared with you yet, so some of these may be new, you may already know them, I don't know. But like for example, I've been a tour guide on campus since 2019, so I get to meet our new students, and that's one of my favorite things that I get to do, interacting with prospective students, but also freshmen. I've been like an FYE mentor, I've been an orientation leader. SGA was an organization I was involved in a lot. I was on exec for 2 years, and then I was student body president. I joined the greatest fraternity on the planet in 2018. For some reason, they elected me their VP and then their president, and then now I'm the student trustee for the UT System Board of Trustees. So I represent all 55,000 plus students of the University of Tennessee across the world. And so that all to say, like, my UTC experience has been full, and I have loved it. But one thing with all of those things has been, like, in every one of those, I've been able to add that to my resume, or I've gotten paid for it. So it's been fun, and I enjoyed it, but there was also some sort of, like, professional benefit to it. The reason I signed up for UTC Survivor was simply just to have fun and meet people. Like, for the first time in my UTC experience, I did it just for me, not to enhance me professionally, not to build connections or anything like that. It was truly just to have fun and meet people. I wanted to end my time here and go out, doing everything that I wanted to do. And so I'm super excited that I got to do this. Things that you didn't see is I found like 5 clues throughout the season. I found an idol. There were multiple clues that I was just like, dang, I don't know how this fell into my lap. I found 2 during that optional one with Sarah and Connor. I found one at the parking garage after that challenge. I found one. Which one was the idol one? That was the parking garage one. So after I found the parking garage, I had to go under that gazebo at Lock Miller volleyball courts and get disgusting just to find that idol. And then we were able to play it successfully. So throughout the game, I think I played so hard. I continued advancing, trying to build connections. I think I played the best game. But some things that I'm most proud of is, like, day 1, Olivia and I were ride or die. Like, it was going to be us in the end in our minds, and we did it. So, like, that's incredible. This has honestly been one of the coolest experiences I've had at UTC. And like I said, I've had some really awesome ones, but this is going to be a top moment for me when I walk across the stage in just a couple weeks and graduate, head out of Chattanooga. So this has made my experience a lot better.
Thanks, Lane. Olivia, at this time, your opening statements.
Hey guys. So, unlike Lane, not UTC diehard. I mean, I am. But I wasn't involved in sorority. I wasn't involved with SGA. Literally, this is the only UTC thing I've done my whole career. And I've had the best time doing it. I've traveled, with my work, I travel all across the country too. There was one Monday morning, I was in Las Vegas, had to fly home early to come here and challenge. But aside of that stuff's outside the game. I need to talk to you about my game here. So starting off strong, red, we did good on all the challenges. I feel like I contributed a lot to our wins. I'm not sure if you guys agree, but first challenge, I basically had this puzzle solved before Kendall and Kat even got there. Solved the puzzle with the relay thing and the jewel game. I found all the jewels before we won that in like record time. So I thought that was crazy. Solved all those puzzles in record time in like 2 seconds when me and Anna were trying to figure out, I think it was Anna, that first puzzle under the pavilion. We like had to solve that crazy. And Survivor's all about outwit, outlast, and outplay. And I feel like I did a great job outplaying and obviously outlasting since I am here in Final 2. But I think most of my game has definitely been being good in challenges, but also making sure that I'm connecting with the people that I say I'm in alliance with. From Red Strong, we did do Red Strong for most of the time, but obviously only 2 people can be at the bottom or at the top end. But like whatever I do in the game is benefiting me in some way, but also making sure that my relationships are actual, real, and genuine. Obviously, it is a game, so you do have to do those strategic moves, which I feel like I had a lot of. Almost every single vote was, there was some where I was just like, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen, but most of the time I had an idol. I did find a clue that no one knows about. You guys will see that eventually. It wasn't beneficial. There was no, like, advantage or anything, but I did find a clue. And at the same time, like, talking about relationships and stuff, like me and Lane, like you said from the very beginning, it was me and him, and here we are at the end. And lastly, I think, so outplay, outwit, outlast. I've covered outplay, covered outlast, outwit. There's some times where you just have to say no, and this is the most thing that I think I went against my morals with, is when I stole the idol from Connor. But at the end of the day, it's a game. Like, if I wouldn't have done that, I'd be sitting where you guys are today. So I feel like I did outwit in a lot of ways like that. honestly, I've just had a really great time, and I'm glad that you guys are on the jury, and I'm excited to see how the votes turn out.
Thank you, Olivia. At this time, we will bring forth the members of our jury to ask any questions they need, that anything they're unclear about, to our final two. So at this time, Kat, please step up.
Love you both. I've been very grateful to have y'all in my original tribe, Red Strong. You actually answered most of the questions running through my head. You know, we did go our separate ways, and I was wondering what you did on there, but now I know. So I guess my only question is for you, Lane. You kind of went behind, didn't tell us about the idol, and teamed up with Sarah to vote me out, so I was just kind of wondering what your thought process was for that.
Yeah, so we really did mean it when we said and when I said Red Strong. That is what I wanted to do, and that's what I planned on doing. I think the moment for me when I realized that I'm not just playing with this group who I'm friends with, like I'm playing with people who are competitors against me. I think me, you, and Kendall were walking after a challenge one day, and we were talking about somebody else from another tribe, and you said something like, you know, if he crosses me, if he makes me mad, we'll just vote him out. And I was like, oh shoot, like she means it, like she will vote somebody out, like she will cut somebody's throat. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to note that. I hate that, but that was my thought process the whole time.
That's all I got. Thank you.
Kat. Kendall.
Okay, so my first one's for, I want to do Olivia first. Okay, so my only question really is, at any point during anything, did you know Lane had a clue or idol at all? Besides the one you found on where Connor had it.
There is some points where I did not know about things until later on. But I did know Lane had an idol from the very beginning when he found it, and we did find that one clue together, so I knew about that one. But honestly, just knowing, the more you know, it's also more of like a strategic standpoint, so I kind of just, ignorance is a bliss sometimes.
And then, Lane, I just, was there a reason, like, you didn't want to tell, I mean, Olivia obviously knew, like, somewhat about it, but, like, me, Kat, or Vernon, that you found clues or idols, like, was it because you didn't trust us, or because it was more of, like, you were putting yourself first type of deal?
I wanted to trust you, and when I realized that all 5 of us were going to make the merge, I realized that we are a unit, and we can come in here a unit, but at some point, it's going to fall apart. And so I had to think far enough ahead to make sure that I was setting myself up in every single vote to have that information and to have that strategic advantage. And that's why I had to do it. Literally one of the hardest ones is what I said to Kat when she found that idol from Connor, and we had to come to you all and kind of set that conversation up, but leave out a lot of information. That was the point where it started to get me. And that's why I couldn't tell you. It's just because I needed to make sure it got played exactly how it needed to, so I could advance, so we could advance.
Thank you.
My first question is for both of y'all. I just want to start off with pick a number 1 through 10.
6.
5. Okay. My second question is, can both of y'all tell me a dad joke?
A dad joke?
A dad joke.
Have you heard the rumor about the butter?
No.
You haven't heard the rumor about the butter? Seriously, you haven't? Well, I'm not going to spread it.
Alright, mine is, what'd the fish say when he ran into the wall? Damn.
Thank you, Vernon.
Okay, guys, so I guess my first question is gonna be for Olivia. So throughout the the entire game really, like, I felt like you stuck true to your tribe, which was great. And you really, even with Sarah, like, never really tried to backstab her from what I see until now. And I feel like I was the only one that you told me we were all gonna vote for Kat and then stab me in the back. So I just want to know your thought process there.
Okay, so like you said, I mean, I was kind of sticking to my tribe at that point, and once it got down to that poll challenge specifically, that's when I was like, okay, we got to figure out, or I have to figure out who I want to be with me continuing going forward. And I mean, Sarah obviously knew that I constantly wanted to get her out, and it's because the same reason why I wanted to get you out is basically because you've played a good game. Like with you playing the idol, getting Kai out, like that's a crazy move, and I feel like idol play definitely puts you in a position to where you're better than someone else. So knowing that if I were to be sitting next to you at the end, I felt like you would beat me, so that's why I had to put you out.
Okay, so my question is for both of you, and it's what do you think was your weakest play in the game?
Yeah, I can go first. I think my weakest play in the game was definitely on day one. I came in here and I doubted myself and my confidence to be able to connect with people. And I've proven myself over the last 5 or more years that I can connect with people. I care about people, I can hold conversations, I can get to know people genuinely. But I came in here scared to death that I was going to be an outcast and not fit in and not be accepted. I think that was definitely my weakest, but it's turned into my best.
I think my weakest, like I was talking with Anna, I think my weakest thing was idol play. I mean, I don't know what's going on right now.
I think some fireworks might be going on.
It's like a new military
Manifesting, it's fireworks.
We're getting bombed right
It's like
now.
a new military weapon.
This is what happens when you bring two helicopters.
We gotta finish this game.
Alright, yeah. So, I think my weakest thing was how I played my idol, but at the same time, I also think it was a strength because if you do watch Real Survivor and stuff, you know if everyone knows you have an idol, you're next. They are voting for you. And I don't know why, but I got to keep that idol for I don't know how long when everyone knew about it. So I think if I were to be able to play it either sooner or if I could hold it on to that Final Four, I think that would have made me stronger.
Thank you, that's it.
Thank you, Sarah. All right. At this time, our jury will vote on who they think is worthy of Season 2 UTC Survivor winner. So, this time, let's get to the vote. Anna, you're first. Votes for the winner of Season 2 of UTC Survivor. First vote, Lane. Second vote, Lane. Winner of Season 2 UTC Survivor, Lane.
Maybe I got lost. I didn't tell him anything after third.
They'll watch.
No, they were gonna wait until the freaking last one. There's one brother who like he knew the glasses, and he was like, I am going to watch them.
All right, everybody. Welcome to our premiere. Overall, this season was an absolute blast. You know, whenever we first started and had this idea of bringing complete strangers to play this game, we didn't know how to turn out, but y'all didn't disappoint. Y'all played the game and played it where it was fun to watch. So we definitely appreciate y'all that. Appreciate y'all for taking this opportunity, because you know, whenever y'all are down the road and all grown up, 35 years old, maybe not have kids yet, maybe do, you can show whoever you're with at that point, yeah, in college I played Survivor, and it's all on YouTube, you can go watch it. So, you know, that's something super cool, and I'm definitely glad that we all got to get closer and meet y'all and spend time with y'all. So I'm gonna get some awards here, and we're gonna watch our first 2 episodes. First of all,
The sweetest person.
we have our winner, Lane.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Maybe from this chair. Yes, I fell. Olivia, second place.
Runner up. Prefer.
Yes. Sarah. For third. Final 3 is a pretty big station. Oh, we got Micah and Ancho. Get to the awards. Alright, I have 4 awards right here that are not necessarily that much better than everything else, but they do hold a little bit of a better place because when I award you this, these are the 4 immunity idols that were in the game. So I will gift you with one of these your call for this. So the most challenge wins in this game. Anybody want to take a guess? Lane. Lane had 9 wins. All right, most survived tribal councils. Sarah. Sarah with 9 survived tribal councils. That is over half the game. All right, worst move in the game. Connor. Put his trust in the wrong people and gave up an idol that he found. The wrong people. So, there you go, Connor.
Damn, the one I never got it.
Alright, the best placed idol. You're right.
Yeah.
There goes Anna. We're getting a tie. Every single person voted for Anna. She played that idol. None of them counted. Kai goes home. That was the best placed idol in the game. Alright, now I just got a bunch of honorable mention awards, so I'll get to that right now. Alright, the best in-challenge performance. Kat. Kat pretty much dominated musical chairs. Everybody, it was first 2 wins in musical chairs, and she was in the game every single time until at least the final 3, and then she ended up pulling out, got the win. So Kat definitely dominated that challenge. The best celebration win. That's going to go to the OG Blue Tribe for winning their first ever challenge. Everybody was running around in circles, and you'll see it not in this episode, but everybody's running around. I believe Rachel, she's not here today, but she was running around like, she got it this time. It was really funny. All right, the closest to finding an idol, and this is multiple people. All right, here we go. I'm going to go with the first one, and that's Kat at the spotlight search. I'm pretty sure her hand rushed right across the bush that it was in. Did not get it. Sarah, same exact thing. Like you were you like literally, I thought you looked at it because you were giving me looks for the rest of the time, but there were people around you, so I thought that's why you didn't grab it. But you just didn't see it, I guess. And then we got Connor for, in fact, the same exact situation. In that spotlight search, the idol was right there, and he just didn't grab it. And then we have Kendall, of course. Same exact thing. In that spotlight search, 4 different people go, and I think they see the idol, but they just don't grab it. So that happened. And then I'm going to give, in addition to that, another one for Kendall. There was a clue to an idol on top of the pole she was doing the challenge on, and she didn't grab it. Like, literally, her hands are on it.
I swore my life nothing was there.
There wasn't that something there.
She didn't ask you, she just added an extra word. She asked for a clue, not the actual idol.
It's true, and I had an idol in my pocket, so if she just would have asked me for anything, you could have said anything, and I would have given you the idol, but you asked for something very specific that I did not have. All right, the most dedicated optional challenge performance is going to go to OG Red. They all stayed 2 hours after this one, after the spotlight search. Even though the idol had been found by Anna, they all stayed 2 hours after to look for, well, nothing. But it was very dedicated performance.
Yeah, Lane.
All right. The funniest out of game moment is everyone that had an encounter with Zach.
The carrot question.
Zach pretty much approached everyone in the game at some point when he got voted out. Was like, "Get Sarah, you gotta get Sarah." I never saw it. All right, the most betrayed move. It's gonna go to the OG Red for backstabbing Vernon. Whenever.
First off, that was just late.
That's okay. Yeah, Vernon, it was 5 power against 2, and then they made an early move to go ahead and get Vernon out. That was pretty betraying. Vernon did not see it coming. All right, the best social player. It's going to be Lane. Lane happened to have connections with people on every single tribe, whether that meant through people in his own red tribe, getting connections with people on green, or doing himself, blue, Sarah, green, Connor. He basically had to branch out everywhere, so he did great socially in this game. All right, the worst camera crew fail. That's going to go right back to Lane. We started the challenge of Manhunt, and everybody had an individual camera, and he had it on his chest. And literally, as the person is saying, 3, 2, 1, it cuts off, and he gets none of the challenge. But we do get to hear the camera say 3, 2, 1, and then it just videos none of the challenge.
Probably my worst challenge anyway.
All right, and then the craziest out of vote or after vote out response. That's definitely going to go to Connor for shaving his head. Absolutely no shaving. But that did not happen last year, and I don't think that'll ever happen.
It wasn't usually possible, but it did happen.
I understand. But regardless, that's our season. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And at this time, let's watch episodes 1 and 2.